Okay, guys. So today we're gonna talk about one of four transformation. We're gonna in class we should have talked about geometric transformation. If you think about the word transform, transformation, I want you to keep in mind that there are a couple things that happen to shapes on a polygon, and in the 3D world. So the first of the four that we're going to talk about is translation. It's a transformation that moves each point of a figure the same distance and in the same direction. Please list this in your notebook. Um, on the screen you should see a polygon or triangle ABC. I've circled a couple things that I want you guys to focus on. First one is that over here we have the triangle symbol. In this case it doesn't mean delta, it's just a polygon, triangle ABC. And then over here to the right you'll see some apostrophes next to each of the letters. That just means that's called prime. This is my image, and then this is my prime. Prime just means it's the copy, and this is the original. So throughout the next couple of weeks when we're talking about transformation, I'll be using both words together. But image means original, and then prime means copy. So let's jump right into it. Our first example is the same one. Remember, we can't go diagonal on a coordinate plane. The only time that we usually go diagonal is when we have a rate of change or slope. So I can't really go like this and go, okay, I went 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. That does not work. So therefore, we have to describe left or right or up or down. I like to go left or right first. I like to go X and Y, or X before Y. You guys can definitely go Y before X, but just make sure that you guys write your translation, the directions appropriately. So first thing I'm going to do is count how many the original went to A prime by just going left to right first. It went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the right. 6 units. And then from here, it would go down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units down. Since we're talking about X and Y, we're talking about a number line. That would be +6, -4. Right? Because we're moving on a number line. And then we have the rule. This is the biggie. You have to use the word translate when you're describing a shift of a shape on a coordinate plane. Translate really means shifting of shape from here to here, or from this quadrant to this quadrant. Or slide. A lot of teachers call it shift, a lot of teachers call it slide. You can use either or. I just use the word translate. Okay, so I would say translate. To describe it, you would say triangle A, B, C has translated, and that's the key word. It tells me that this is a slide, translated 6 units to the right. Again, tells me how many units, and 4 units down. And that's my answer right there. Triangle ABC has translated 6 units to the right and 4 units down. And the cool thing is I just did it for A. B to B prime should do the same thing. So let's check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we're good there so far. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get to B prime. Same thing with C. Down over to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down to the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that just means that my entire polygon has translated 6 units to the right and 4 units down. All right, let's do the next example. Arrow notation. This is one of my favorite. Arrow notation is basically taking a description and just making it more simple. So here, the first thing we want to do is find the original triangle. We have triangle LAP. I know this is an original because it just has the letter. There's no prime marks to it. So here's my X, Y. There's an XY here. There's an XY there. XY means they just have an ordered pair or a coordinate point. So we're gonna count. So my my L to L prime. Originally, I can say that it's gone over to the right once, and then it's gone. I'll switch colors. It's gone down 1, 2, 3. It went down 3 units. So a description would naturally be triangle LAP has translated to the right 1 unit and down 3 units. Okay, so that's my description. Arrow notation means take this and simplify it up here by using plus or minus symbol or positive and negative symbols. So to the right 1 unit for my x, because that's my horizontal axis, to the right means plus 1. And down 3 units, that's my vertical axis, down means minus 3. So basically, I take every x and y of my polygon and I add 1 to the x and I subtract 3 from the y, and I will get the prime, or the double prime, or the triple prime. Just means copies of copies of copies. Let's track this real quick. Here's my L. L is sitting at 0, 2. Okay, remember when x is 0, you have a y-intercept. So you can technically see L is the y-intercept if this was a line. And then if I add 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1, and subtract 3, 2 minus 3 is negative 1, L prime should be at 1, negative 1. So go over 1, down 1. There it is. There's 1, negative 1. There's my L prime. You can do the same thing for A. A original is sitting at 5, 3. And A prime, if I add 1, should be 6. Okay. And then minus 3 should be 0. And there it is. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, this is 4. So if I add 1, it should be 5. Subtract 3 should be 0. And there's A prime. And you can do the same thing for P. So this is just arrow notation. This is the original. And this is the prime. Set of instructions. Okay. And then this is just something, the same thing that we're going to do. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out how we get from E to E prime or F to F. It doesn't matter which one you use. So we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a minus 6. 1, 2, 3. That's a minus 3. I'm not really doing slope. Careful. I'm just writing a set of instructions for me. So we can describe this. Polygon E, F, G, H has translated 3 units left and down 6 units. Arrow notation, start with my X, my Y, because each of these have an X and a Y, and what's going to happen to each of the X's to the left 3 units is X minus 3, and down 6 unit, Y minus 6. See, down and left, this correlates with your arrow notation. Okay, and that's basically a translation. So make sure you guys list this in your notebook, and then we'll go over it in class.